Hello friends, today we are going to be doing a topic which is a very easy topic, but sometimes very silly mistakes are made by children. The topic is none other than direct and indirect speech. You would have been doing it way back from class 6, 7, 8, 9. By the ninth, when you come into the ninth, it is assumed that you would generally be knowing this topic so well that you are supposed to be picking up any flaws or any faults in sentences that are given and then accordingly pick up the correct option. So let's just see how you can ace this topic. We've already done a little bit on assertive sentences, direct and indirect. Today I'm just going to be touching upon questions, interrogative sentences. Now before I actually talk about anything else, interrogative sentences, as you can see, are of two different kinds. You have the WH questions and the H. The WH questions here refers to the what is your name, where are you going, why have you done this, who is, by whom. So the WH questions require a full answer. Like suppose, where are you going? I am going to this. What is your name? My name is dash. So they require a full answer. On the other hand, you have the other questions which start with helping verbs, and those generally would be requiring only a yes and no answer. Can you do something? Could you do it? Will you do it? Shall you do it? Did you do it? Do you do it? So all these would only be having two kinds of answers, either yes or a no. So today we are going to be dealing with those kind of questions which are dealing only with yes and no answers. Now, having said that much, even before I move into the topic, you can see something else here. Now, you've been learning from childhood about different kinds of sentences. You did assertive sentences, then you did interrogative sentences or questions, then you did the imperative sentences where you have the request, the advice, the commands, the instructions, etc. And then finally you have your exclamatory sentences which are very emotive, they involve a lot of emotions. So when I look at the difference between an assertive sentence and a question, just let's take the example of a very, very simple sentence to be able to make you understand the construction of both kinds of sentences. I can eat an apple. This is a simple assertive sentence. Now, in a similar situation with the same kind of things, if I had to ask a question, it would have become, can I eat an apple? All the rest is the same. The only difference is between the placement of the subject and the helping verb. In the question, the helping verb has come in the beginning and the subject at the back. In the sentence always starts with the subject, so subject first and the helping verb at the back. This is something which we need to keep in mind when we are doing this. Also, another thing, now that we started with the topic of direct and indirect speech, we should know that direct or indirect speech, as is also known as report speech, basically refers to a person who is reporting something which has already happened earlier. Like suppose there was a conversation between two people, say Anita said to Anil, can I borrow your pen? Now this, if it has been witnessed by another person, Ravi, and Ravi is speaking to someone else, quoting what Anita had said, he would have said that Anita asked Anil that something has happened in the past for what is being reported now. So, whatever is the helping verb in the present will go into the past. Anita said to Anil, I am eating an apple. So, Anita told Anil that she was eating an apple because now that present which was happening at that time has gone into the past. Simple present goes into simple past. Simple past, where do you think that is going to go? That becomes the past perfect. And the future tenses, then instead of just being future tenses are generally indicated by will and shall, both will and shall will get converted into would. I'll not go deep into that. As of now, I'm just introducing the kind of mistakes that one can make while attempting to convert a yes and no question into indirect form, right? So now let's just have a look at the sentence which I have written here. Anita said to Anil, can I borrow your pen? There are 5 options listed here, and somewhere you're going to see that each of these options has some mistake, which then will help you to point out mistakes later when you're doing this topic. Anita asked Anil that if she could borrow her pen. By the look of it, everything looks right. But then please understand that we never introduce a question with the word that. It will only be Anita asked Anil if dash 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 dash. Now, if it is a yes and no question, the word if will come after the reporting verb. The reporting verb here is asked and it has to be followed by if. So, Anita asked Anil if, ma'am asked Sunita if. So, there is always going to be an if when it is a yes and no question. The rest of the sentence I am not looking at as of now because we need to have a look at the other options first. Anita asked Anil, could she borrow her pen? Could she borrow a pen? Could she borrow a pen? Is it not still sounding like a question? Could I do this? Could she do this? What did we say? That I can becomes can I. So can I in your question needs to become I can. But can has to go back into the past and so it becomes she could. Anita asked Anil if she could, and here this could she, this will come here and this will come here. So if she could borrow her pen. Is that okay? So there was a mistake in what here? In the placement of the subject and the helping verb. She could was the correct form. Anita said to Anil if she could borrow her pen. Anita said to Anil. It's a question. Remember, she's asked a question. So, can I have this said to? The said to here again becomes wrong and it needs to be replaced with asked. Another word which is used is inquired. When I say inquired, there's again a confusion in the spellings of inquire. Should it be E? Should it be I? Inquire here is the verb. It's a doing verb. So please remember it has to come with an E. Inquired. Okay. So Anita asked Anil if she could borrow her pen. Anita inquired and the correct thing is inquired of. Inquired is never used on its own. It has to be used with the preposition of. That comes to the next sentence. And I guess the moment you see the next sentence, you'll be able to tell me what is the mistake here. Anita inquired to Anil. What did I just tell you in the previous sentence? Inquired is always followed by the preposition of. So here it is. It should have been inquired of Anil. Is that okay? When you're talking about inquired of a person, never inquired to a person, right? So that was the mistake in this one. Now coming to the next one. Anita asked Anil if she could borrow her pen. By the look of it, it looks perfect. Is there any mistake? Yes, there is. And it's a very minor mistake, but that can lose you your marks. Remember, you converted it into a sentence. It is no longer a question mark. So it's no longer a question mark. It's no longer a question. You cannot have your question mark here. And so that makes this option also wrong. So what is the correct final answer? Anita asked Anil if she could borrow her pen with a full stop. We have got the reporting verb right. We've introduced if. We changed the helping and the subject places. And we have also put in a full stop. So we've taken care of all the mistakes that we had made in our earlier things and we have now been able to rectify the sentence to a correct form. So this is how you're going to try and report questions which are of the yes and no variety. The next lecture will deal with the WH questions. Till then, see you.